kidnapping of Elizabeth Smart back in 2002 was one of the most notorious cases in American history. We all remember it. And in a shocking development, one of her captors is about to walk free. Wanda Barzee, who was convicted of helping her husband, Brian Mitchell, kidnap Elizabeth Smart, will be released in just 7 days. That's years ahead of the schedule. Joining me now is Brett Tolman. He's a former U.S. attorney for Utah and a prosecutor in the Elizabeth Smart kidnapping trial. He currently represents Elizabeth. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. How
Good morning. Thank you.
In the world did this happen? Will you explain where the mistake was?
Well, what you have really is an unfortunate and really devastating gap in the law. She was convicted of both federal and state crimes. But remember, she was also claiming to be incompetent. That time when she was in the mental hospital, unfortunately, is nearly 6 years that she is getting credit for, which really is bringing her out of the system much earlier, certainly much earlier than Elizabeth would ever want.
So 6 years, but she was supposed to be in federal prison for 10 years, right? And then serve state?
She was supposed to be, really, she could have been up to 30 years combining the state and federal system. She wasn't scheduled for a parole hearing until 2023, but in recalculating it and under Utah law, with all the credit she's getting, she's going to get out next week, basically.
That's crazy. This is what Elizabeth Smart said. This was her statement. It is incomprehensible how someone who has not cooperated with her mental health evaluations or risk assessments and someone who did not show up to her own parole hearing can be released into our community. So if she didn't follow all the guidelines, the evaluations, the assessments, if she didn't even show up, why is she getting out?
That's right. She refused any of the mental health treatment. She refused to even attend or participate in it. And what we have is, because of this gap in the law, the credit that she's getting, someone that refused to have mental health treatment is going to get out early, and years earlier than she should have.
Brett, why though? I mean, who is letting her out? Is it the parole board that's to blame here?
That's right. You're exactly right. The parole board says that its hands are tied under statutory, construction here in Utah, that they have to give her credit for her federal time that she served and the mental institution time. So combining all of that, they say our hands are tied. They can't even have a parole hearing. And the tragedy here is Elizabeth never even gets to voice her opinion or to give her reasons why she doesn't want to see this individual out years early.
Right. Her life was forever changed. We all watched this unfold. We teach our kids that justice will prevail, and then this lady gets out years before she's supposed to and didn't even do what she was supposed to do when she was in the institution. It's just unbelievable to all of us. Well, thanks for coming on this morning. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Give our best to Elizabeth.